Hello everyone, and welcome back to Brick Country. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a very giant Technic Lego set. And that set is none other than set 42146. And with 2,883 pieces, this set is ginormous. This is the Liebherr LR 1300, and it is massive. The box is pretty big, but the build is even bigger. Taking a look at the box itself, you can see the front. There's a very nice picture of the actual crane, and you can see it's almost tilted at a nice angle, and there's a lot of Technic beams, ropes, and pulleys that make this whole thing work, so I'm very excited to see that in action. You can also see there's a little symbol in the bottom corner for the control app. Take a look at the side of the box. There's a close-up of some of the main gears and one of the main pivot points of the crane, and there's also something here showing all of the app-controlled features of the set, and I think that's really, really cool. There's also some more features about the control app and how all that works along the bottom. Turning to the side, there's more about the app. It's crazy how much they put on these boxes just about the app, but it is really cool that it's app-controlled. Here's another picture of the crane and one of the elements in the set, and you can see it is very, very nice. The bottom, though, obviously just the basic fine print you would see on a basic 18+ set. All around, a very cool box, and I'm excited to take a look at the product. Upon opening the box, you're greeted by several other interior boxes which house all of the large Technic elements and all the bags for the set. There are 5 building stages in the set, but several bags in each stage. There's also 2 very large instruction booklets with a very nice white cover and a picture of the crane on the front. On the inside, here's some more about the app, and there's also some descriptions about the crane in there. And then going through, you can see it's just a very basic Technic instruction building process. So I'm very excited to see the end result of this massive set. Let's take a look at that right now. The Liebherr is massive. I can't stress that enough. This build is so tall and so cool. Most of the parts in the set are used in the base, as it is very dense base. And then you can see there's a nice hollow structure going up the top, and then with the hook on the end. Now, Technic sets are my brother's thing. This is actually my brother Levi's set, and he spent a good while putting this thing together as is such a dense build. He is actually going to be our crane operator today. He has his app ready to go, so he will be using the crane in just a little bit in the video, but you can see this is just a really, really detailed Technic set, and I'm very excited to dive into more details. You can see there's a very nice hand railing on the side, and then in the back there's these new weighted elements, and they come apart in just their own separate pieces, and they just sit together, and they're actually quite heavy, and then when you have enough of them, they're a perfect counterweight for this awesome crane. Taking a look at the cab, you can see it is very detailed, but it is not quite minifig scale, which is still hard to believe as this is such a massive build and it's still not minifig scale. But it's a very detailed cab nonetheless. You can see there's a nice chair in there, and then there's this side railing thing on the side I was telling you about earlier. The treads are massive as well, very dense. You see there's some nice paneling on the side to give it a really nice flush look, and a ton of treads wrapped around it. Going up the first of the crane arms, you can see there's these large Technic elements to make the frame, and then they're all connected at the base with some hinge elements, and then right in this general area you can see there's these spools and winches that have these strings, and the strings go up through the entire build all the way out to the main area, and they work the whole build together, and that's how all the different elements work. There's also some string wrapped around there, and it's really cool seeing all these strings pull different things and work together to make the whole crane work. There's also some pistons for a little added support on this counterweight system, and it is a very, very good design. Taking a look at the back, you can see one of the battery box hubs. It's already powered on and ready to go for some movement a little later on. I can show that in a second. And there's actually a second one underneath the whole structure for the bottom area. So there's one for all the winches and one for the main hub. I like the parts used down here. It's almost the ATT Star Wars gun elements with marbles in it that allow this whole back section to roll as the main structure rotates. You can see there's a very nice design for the hook right over here, and there's 4 strings kind of holding together, and it hoists in different ways based on what strings you pull. There's some stickered elements on the side to cover up the panels, and the center area rotates, and it's almost like an anchor-like shape, and I think it's a really cool design for the hook. You can see these strings go through these nice spools, go up into the main structure, and then the strings run back all the way to the spools I was showing earlier on the main crane body. Now, let's watch this thing move. As well as you being able to drive the whole thing around, the hook can actually go all the way down. You can see it is pretty big in scale with a minifigure, and it just hoists right back up very nicely, and the crane is very strong. You can see the arm and boom of the crane. I believe those are technical terms. Excuse me if I'm wrong. But it's totally posable. All these strings and stuff work to very nicely move the entire upper section of the crane, and you can see as it's letting out, the crane actually has a very large reach. It can reach forward a very long distance, and you can see right in there, it's these spools working to reel in the string. There's no big pistons or motors working those. There's just motors working these spools at the bottom to make it work. And then at the very top, you can see where it's hinging together, a bunch of strings for tension, unfold, I don't know what the word would be, to lower the front half as well back to its original position. Now, as I was saying earlier, this thing is not minifig scale. You can see it looks so on the side, but compared to the cab and stuff, you know that, in fact, it is not a minifig scale build because the guy just wouldn't fit in there. So this thing is massive, but not minifig scale. And just for fun, yes, the crane can pick stuff up. I have it hooked up right now to a Ninjago jet that you can hoist it up, and with the middle being able to rotate, you can spin the whole thing around. And I love this giant Technic set. If you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe, and comment below what your thoughts are on this massive Technic set, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Farewell.